Welcome to Country Kickback, where you'll hear the latest music from performers you already know and discover new music and artists from around the world. If you have an artist you'd like us to chat with, reach out to the team at countrykickback.com, or you can watch our live videos and more by following us on social media and YouTube. Here is your host, Danni Shaw, with the latest from Country Kickback.
Hello. First show for the week. It feels a bit weird to say it's Wednesday and we haven't had a show this week. It's been a bit up and down here. We've been crazy trying to get everything sorted because the computer stopped working and we had all sorts of things going on. So it's sort of meant that we've had a few changes with Country Kickback coming in the next few weeks and how we run the show. And I think from your end, it will probably just be a bit better visuals and hopefully a bit better sounds. So you have to let me know if you notice any of the changes, and if anything's not working as well, let me know so that I can kind of fix it. But we're just changing our setup completely, and it'll mean that we can get on the road a bit more and come and see you guys, which will be fun. Thank you already. People have shared. I can see it coming through. So thank you very much. Let me know where you're watching from and what you've been up to. But the sharing does help. And I want to thank everybody that's jumped onto the Buy Me a Coffee and onto our Snapchat, which is the backstage sort of fun stuff and all the clumsy things that I seem to manage to do in everyday life. So thank you, because it's lovely to just be able to chat with you guys individually and see what you guys are up to as well. It's lots of fun. So thank you for those that have joined. And if you want to join that group, just let me know, send me a message and I can tell you how we do it. And don't forget, at the top of the page, I've already popped my YouTube channel and Tom's YouTube channel as well. So when we're finished here, go up and subscribe, and you'll get notifications when little things come out as well. Tom's waiting quietly down here, so we're going to bring him in the room. Hello. It feels like ages since I've seen you. I don't even know if we've had you on since I was last in Tamworth. It feels like forever.
I'm not sure, but yeah, we've been keeping well anyway, thank goodness. How you been going?
I've been good. It's been cold though. It's so cold here this week. You probably can't say that. It was. I went out to dinner on Sunday night, and driving home it was -1 at 11 o'clock at night. It was crazy.
That's a bit too cold here. I think if it gets below 12 degrees here at night, I sort of get a bit iffy. But we sort of get about 30. Last week it dropped about 37 to about 30 degrees in the day. So
oh wow! What does it normally get to over a normal winter period? What's your low winter?
I think the coldest I've felt up here was 6 degrees a few years ago. But yeah, normally it's around 10 or 12 usually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh, I would love that right now. It's freezing. I've got slippers on. I'm so cold. It hasn't been here. We've had really nice weather, actually. We've been doing really well until the last week and a half. We've had snow, and you look out, I don't know if you remember where I live, but at Evans out here, you look out over Ben Lomond, I could just see white snow all over the mountains, and our farm, you wouldn't want to get in the river at the moment. It's even just to get in to get water to drink, you don't want to go near it. It's freezing. So
that's good. I think I was with the Davison brothers years ago down there, and we had a first time I've seen snow, I think, when I was down there.
It was. I remember we took you over the lakes, and you can't get over there at the moment. Those roads are closed because the snow's too thick. So
yeah, really.
When you were down, I think it was around about September, I think, when we had you guys here. What was that? 20 years ago, probably. It was a long time. And
from then, don't worry.
Yes. So you have to come back while it's actually snowing properly and have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, since you were here 20 years ago, have you been back to Tassie to do a show since then?
No. But we're just talking about it the other day, actually, because it'd be good to try to organise something. We're going to hit the road, hopefully, end of the year, October, to Cairns, down the coast. So, anything's possible. Yeah.
Good timing, because it'll be warming up.
Yeah, for sure. I like the warmth. Yeah.
Yes, well, it won't be warm enough for you, but it'll be here. So it's funny that you said that, because I've had a few people go on traveling up through the Northern Territory and that, and they've all sort of stopped at your thing, and they're coming back and they go, we heard this guy singing and he was on a horse and he was amazing and he has to come down here. And I'm like, oh, is that Tom? And they're like, yeah, he's got to come. Yeah, so lots of people have been asking whether you travel. So
yeah,
it's time.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. That's exactly right. So I'm organising a tour now, so we'll see if we can get there. Yeah, see if we can get across there. We're just got to work out costs and things to get across the ferry, see, because we've got the truck and the caravan and a few big long vehicles. I reckon it's a bit exy getting across, but we'll see what we can do.
How many do you travel with? How many animals and things do you take on the road?
We sort of normally take about 10 horses and 10 working dogs and 3 goats and all the music gear. So I take the truck and the caravan, and then my wife Annabelle drives the Toyota with the music trailer, and then we've got a few other musos that come on the road. And so they normally drive their own cars or rooftop tents or caravans behind as well. So there's normally another 3 or 4 of them. So it's pretty full on, but we have a lot of fun. Yeah.
It would be fun. It'd be fun, expensive, but what a way to go. If you're going to do it, you may as well do it big.
Yeah. No, it's good fun.
Well, I think I'm trying to remember what song we last had you on the show from, and I can't remember which one we're talking to you about, but you've just released, or a few weeks ago, you've just released Why We Live Out Here. This is your first song in a little while, isn't it? I haven't heard a lot from you for a little while. What have you been up to in between? Have you been writing or just touring?
No, I've been, so we tour every summer for about 6 months. The last 5 years we've toured. Last 2 years we've gone into WA just due to COVID, because we had to keep our head above water. So we kept touring and did about 50 or 60 shows all through the wheat belt, along the east and the west coast. And it was amazing. And then, we're supposed to, I kept in the truck as we tour, I write a lot of songs because I'm by myself. So that's a great chance to write. And then, I was supposed to have this album out mid last year, but because of COVID, people couldn't get to the studio in Sydney and things like that. So just getting delayed. And so, we thought, heck, let's just get it out there. So we've whacked this song out, and then, hopefully the second single will come out early October, then the new album mid-October. So then we'll tour it as well.
That just in time to head out. So this album, you've obviously had it in the works for a long time, but couldn't, as you said, just couldn't get into the studio. Did it mean that you changed it a bit with still writing in between, or did you sort of keep that body of songs as you planned originally?
No, I kept on writing for sure. And I think because I'm still training horses for a lot of people, so when I'm on the back of a horse, the hoof beats are a bit of a drum beat, and these songs come into my head, all the melodies come in. So what I do is I ride, a fair few horses every morning, and then and down the road and getting them out of the arena. So if a melody comes into my head, I just record it on my phone, and then later on, when I get a bit of quiet time in the truck or somewhere else, it's pretty full on here because we're often doing maybe 2 shows or a day and all these other horse riding and activities here. So to get time out is very, very rare. So I've got to sort of make the most. So I wrote a fair few songs, and then I teamed up with my producer Garth Porter down in Sydney, and I email a lot of songs and I send them on the phone to him to give him an idea of what I'm after and what sounds I'm after. So, and he's been really great, works in with me, and he's been pretty cool.
Lots of things. I think it's great when we have people on the show and we hear these stories of not just the songs, but how much work goes to them to get them to the recording stage and then to get them out to everybody. There's a lot of work behind it, isn't there?
Oh, definitely. It's amazing. It's just a very humbling experience, to be honest, because you hear a line like for this song. I heard a teenage boy came through, and he said to his old man after, he said, why would anyone want to live out here? And I had a bit of a chuckle to myself, and I thought, heck, well, he's actually got a point, because he's from the middle of Sydney, and it's totally foreign for him being out here. So another mate was traveling around, Matt Scullion. He came through Catherine and pulled up for a few days. So I put him to work, and I said, listen, we're going to write a song. This is the topic. go. And so, yeah, we came up with this one, and we didn't quite finish it. We got to the studio, and I said to Garth, I said, listen, can we just have a look at this one? And yeah, he polished it up a bit, and yeah, it was great to get his input. But then the musicians came in and lifted the song, and just to hear all the different instruments, it's just you know, very inspiring, I suppose. So when you first sing a bit of a song or a tune on the back of a horse, so it's yeah, it's very, very inspiring.
Yeah, and incredible the difference, and I think that's why it's funny, because you go to shows and you see the whole production of the stage, the artist, the band, but I love it when you also hear that stripped back version of just the guitar, or just just you singing, because then you sort of see what it originally sounded like to you and how much it's changed from there as well. But Why We Live Out Here, is that, I know you were saying about the young boy, but have you had that question a few times? Is that something that you've heard over the years?
Yeah, I suppose, especially, the whole country has been smashed over the years by the fires and the floods, and now COVID, the drought. So, yeah, I know, but I think there's like a bit of a resilient bunch out here. They've seen their grandfathers and grandmothers battle on through all those tough times, and they've it's sort of bred into them, I reckon. And so, yeah, it's being passed down from generation to generation. And yeah, I suppose, people do, when the good times come, they really make the most of it, so they might be working hard for 3 or 4 months, and then they get to town and go to a camp draft or a rodeo, and they're going to paint the town red. It's really good, because it's there's a lot of fun, there's a lot of hard work out there, but you've still got to kick up your heels and have fun. And I suppose this song is a little bit about shining a light on the positives out there,
reminding people that that's the thing. Yeah. So yeah, you were saying before, this is the first single, and you've got an album coming. How many songs have you got on that album? Is it a full album, or just an EP? What is your plan?
Yeah, I think we've got about I think there's 10 songs on there. And I try to do a like a kids song on there. I've got we travel around, as always, kids in the crowd, so I've got to do a sort of a kid one to keep them amused, as well as some serious ones, and and some good yarns on there as well. And a lot of the stories I've written about are just true stories that I've met on people that I've met along the way, and I'm just telling their story. And a lot of the way, I think I'm just a bit of a messenger, really, and I get to meet a lot of people, and I hear a lot of stories and lingo, and then I try to put it into a song so more and more people can hear it, and are educated by some thing, because even I find it just amazing at some of these stories that we're unraveling.
Oh, it's incredible what's out there. There's actually a few comments coming in. I'm going to put them on the screen. I think you should be able to see them. Oh, this is from Gossie. Gossie, are you back in Tassie? Gossie moved to WA a long time ago. I haven't seen him for years. And there's another comment, but I can't read it, so I have to get it up on screen. Hey, Tom, I like the new song you put out just recently. Your songs really touched my heart growing up in the bush, and looking forward to seeing you in concert one day. That's from Robert.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Whereabouts are you based, Robert? Let us know where you are. With you head out on the road. Do you have a favourite place that you head to play? Is there somewhere that you just really look forward to getting out and seeing on the road?
There's definitely certain places around the country that I do really love to try to just hang or chill, to unwind. There's a place over south of Broome called Barn Hill Station, right on the west coast of the caravan park, and ever get the chance to visit that place, it's just absolutely phenomenal to chill. You can do a bit of fishing, but you can just sit on the beach and watch the sun go down. Yes. But there's everywhere there is. It's just amazing, the west coast, right down around. We went to Albany and Esperance, and right in around to Kalgoorlie. There was a mine down there, an old gold mine. We did a show down there, and there's massive cliffs, and all the way it had lighting towers on the cliffs.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just there's so much history in a lot of places, and so I love exploring. So I'm always going to remote places to do shows.
Have a look.
Yeah, learn as well as have a look. And but we're we're pretty lucky, I reckon, living out here in this country. On the coast and in the big cities, as well as more rural areas. So it's I suppose, what it really makes me tick, and it I recharge a lot too in those rural areas. That I'm always from the we cover probably 40,000 k's every 6 months. We do, so we're always driving, and from the top of the truck you can see a lot more than a general car, and I'm always driving and looking, and so it's great for the people as well, even though we're working pretty hard.
Yeah, no, it sounds wonderful, and I think you're right. I think in general Australians are pretty resilient, pretty tough, but it's lovely to get out and see the things as they change. But I'm a bit like you. I like to go to places, and I always see old places or things that are falling down. And I think I just want to sit there for a minute. It's like if they could talk and know the stories and all the people that have been there before you and probably before over the years before we were born, and all the different stories that have brought that place to what it is now. I love that sort of thing, being out on the road. And Robert said that he's in Rocky Roma area. So you're heading North Queensland next year at the end of the year, aren't you?
Yeah. We're going through Rocky. We'll do one in Rocky. Probably even do one in Roma, I reckon, hopefully before Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. There you go, Robert. You have to take some photos and let us know when you've been and what you think of it. Because how long does your show go for? Is it a fairly long?
It's like it's turned into like a 3-hour show. So we do. I get a bit carried away. We do like an hour. It's usually an hour 15 with the animals. Sometimes it goes an hour and a half because we've got all the Liberty horses. We try to teach them to lie down and ride a horse around playing a guitar and that sort of thing. And we train a lot of dogs on the goats and in the show. And it's not really a polished show. It's about how we train the animals. So we've got a few older dogs. We've got a heap of young dogs that run a bit of a muck, but we just sort of try to go with the flow and recover and when it all hits the fan. So it keeps it very interesting. And then, we spin around and do a concert as well. So I think at the end of the year, we've got Chris Matthews coming along, so he'll do a bit. And as we travel, we'll just grab a few other artists as we go through their readings. Yeah, so
that is a great idea.
Hearing this, want to be involved, or up-and-coming artists, hit us up on Facebook or anything, and we can just add you to the show as we go through your area. That's no worries.
That would be fantastic. Actually, there's a few that I think would love to jump on that trail with you. Trid Jones has jumped in and said to say hello.
There you go.
I know that we spoke about this last time, but you've got it on your shirt that the Dolly's Dream. You're still obviously a big part of that. Can you tell people a little bit about that might not know what it is? Yeah,
we sort of Dolly was a little girl, 14-year-old girl that passed away after a bout of online bullying a few years ago. And before she passed away, she wrote the words "Speak, even if your voice shakes." And she did a little drawing, and she put it on Facebook. And I was away touring, and I couldn't get back to the funeral, so I thought I'd write a song. So I wrote a song called "Speak Up." Asked good mate Sarah Storer to come in on the track and help sing the song, and because she's a great role model for teenage girls. And so, she did that. Garth Porter, producer, donated his time and all the musos and engineers and things like that. So, we donated the track. It went to, I think it was number 1 on iTunes or something, and people had to, back then, had to buy the song. And then we just got these shirts made up, Dolly's Dream. So, $10 from every shirt goes to Dolly's Dream, and I think we've raised over 30,000 just from people on the shirts. So if anyone wants one, they can go to our website, tomcurtin.com.au.
That's well, $30,000. That is fantastic, and I have nieces and nephews at that sort of age now, and the online bullying is just cruel. It's something that we can all work towards stopping and educating, I guess, on that sort of thing. Be lovely to keep going with that. Now, I know that we've spoken for longer than I said we would, but before we do go, can you tell us where we can get your current single, and can we still get your old albums in the meantime while we wait for this new one? Yeah, for sure. So the new singles should be up on Spotify and Google Play and Apple Music and things like that. And it'll come out on the new album, which is due out mid-October. So if anyone, wants the new album, you can pre-order it on the website, tomcurtin.com.au.
and the other albums, 4 other albums there as well. So a lot of people are still buying those albums because they've got a lot of stories in behind each song. We do a lot of artwork and the reasons why, or inspired us to write songs. So people will buy that to help out as well. But people can jump on there and order that or buy them, and I can sign them and send them out as well. So that's no worries at all.
And are you? Where can they come to see your show when you're there in Katherine? What do they need to do to get tickets to come and see you there?
Yeah, all you do, we're sort of doing at least a show a day here at the moment till 10th of October. So you can jump onto katherineoutbackexperience.com.au and come along to a show or come along on a horse ride or a trail ride. We do them as well. So it's a lot of fun, and a lot of tourists or visitors are coming through. We had people from Victoria this morning that I just heard about, and they're just getting out of the cold, coming up here for a few weeks. So it's really great. So we meet so many people, so many farmers, so many people from the city. It's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds like a great thing just to get to meet people, and the stories and the tales would just be fantastic. Trude said that she would see you in Monto and Claremont.
That's right. Yeah, one. We'll try to get back that way for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know you've got a show running at the moment and you've come in and tried to give us some time while you're here, but we'll keep an eye out for the next single. Are you going to do a film clip for this one?
Yeah, that we've had it nearly all done, but the producer over in WA got COVID, and so he's been hamstrung. That's why he's been hamstrung. So it's pretty good. So I'm just trying to ring through to make sure he's okay, and then we'll try and get it out, and get it out there. So we'll see how we go. Fingers crossed.
Soon. It will definitely be soon then. Well, thank you so much. If you're out there and you haven't already heard Tom's new song, jump on and have a listen when we're finished, because it's a great song as always from Tom. So make sure you have a listen, and while you're there, subscribe to his channel or like his Spotify, whatever platform you're on. Make sure you give it a like and a save so that it comes up next time in your playlists. Thank you so much, Tom. It's always great to have you, but I can't wait to see you on the road. We'll definitely be at a show and we'll be able to do a live chat with the animals.
Yeah. No, we'll get them involved for sure. But thanks heaps for the support, Danny, and have a good one down there.
You too. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you later on.
Okay. See you guys. Cheers.
Thank you for listening. We hope you've enjoyed today's program. See you next time with the latest with Country Kickback.